decided to go into a new room. So right now I'm filming in the bedroom. Apparently we have a better space and sound and lighting over here. So, and I have made myself a cup of tea and I'm going to enjoy my time with you for this video. I'm going to share with you how you can keep improving on whatever you're doing now. Professional development, improve on yourself personally, improve yourself with respect to friendships, dealing with your families, dealing with your problems. So these are some of my tips that habits that I would go to. So the first bit is always keep track of your goals. Every year I will buy myself a new journal with dates, so like a yearly planner, and another journal that is blank, completely blank with single lines. I will keep track of everything that I need to do throughout the year. I will make sure that all the important events are written down in the journals, like my friend's wedding, when do I fly back to Singapore or Germany to visit my family or my partner's families, when do we go for Christmas or New Year celebrations or birthdays with friends. I will write all these important events down. So it's like a yearly planner, and then I will break it down into monthly. So what do I want to do like per month, and then I will slowly build up. Like every month I will have a little milestone. So actually all my milestones are built around the big traveling time that I have. So for example, before I go back to Singapore, I need to make sure that I have finished, I have achieved this and I have finished that. So that is like the monthly milestones. Then we go into like the weekly and the daily. So weekly and daily, it's more like I want to make sure that I go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, or even more if I have the time. I make sure that I am putting in 100% for my work. So in terms of work, it's going for property viewings, putting in offers, and I make sure that I always meet new people. So I go in for social events, making new friends, and also catching up with old friends. So just sending a text back, you know, hey, how's it going, and how are you really, like really talk about, like get into the deep level to talk to my friends. And that is actually how I maintain my long distance friendships with my friends. The second tip I advocate greatly, and that is read books. So I have read a huge range of books, mostly non-fiction. So I think the last fiction book I've read is probably Harry Potter or something like that. Not that I lost interest, but more like I'm reading books that are more important to me as an individual, and as that can help me to develop professionally. My reading interests have evolved along the years. So I started off with my own marketing business, helping Scottish businesses to market to China. So I've read a range of books that teach me about, you know, e-commerce in China. You know, there is always something new that you can learn from books, even though, you know, you can say that I'm Chinese and I might as well know the China market really, really well, but then there is always something new coming along, and there is always something to learn about. So I've read books on the Chinese market, what do Chinese people want, what is the luxury market like, for example, in China. After this phase, I had a phase where I really like to read into female entrepreneurs' life. For example, Adriana Huffington, Sheryl Sandberg, you know, these really powerful female leaders. I want to see how they win in their workplace, how they win career-wise, and I really enjoy their story, and I can really relate to their story. And also because starting our own real estate business now, I think I really like reading on in terms of money, finance, starting my own business, on sales training, being innovative in our business model and how we outsource and systemize our business. Because as you know, like nowadays technology is so advanced, there are so many things that can help you with your business, and I've discovered so much, I've learned so much through the books, and in fact I think I've learned way more from the books than my years of study in university. My final tip for now is to find yourself an accountability partner or a buddy, you can say. So for example, I don't know, if you would like to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, you know, get someone to send you a text or call you in the morning, who also wants to wake up at 6 a.m. just to make sure that you know you do wake up. And or if you want to go to the gym for 4 times a week, and find yourself a friend that can go along with you, who can call you and know, hey, tomorrow we're going to gym and what time, just make sure that you turn up. You know, it's all about turning up and making sure that the habit sticks. So whenever you make sure that the habit sticks, it's like you can progress from there, because at least there is this thing that you are so confident for yourself that you actually push through. So for example, making your bed in the morning, it's such a simple habit, but you know, so many people overlook it. And I know there are a lot of videos out there saying the successful habits always start from making your bed in the morning. So I make sure I always do that. In terms of career, for example, you want to improve your sales training, your public speaking skills, always make sure that you have a friend or a buddy who can keep you accountable for. I can show you some of the texts that I have with my accountability buddy. We sort of catch up every other week, and it's a really great feeling when I can tell them I have done this, I have achieved this. 2 months ago, I told you that these are the 2 goals that I want to achieve, and 2 months later I can tell you that, oh, you know, I've achieved this, I've achieved this. Somehow it's like having a buddy. It makes you have this feeling that you really want to answer to them, to tell them that you have done it. Somehow if you haven't done it, it already makes yourself feel bad. And there is actually no point lying to your buddy and saying that I've done it when in actual fact you haven't. That doesn't even make you a better person. So these are my 3 tips for now to help you improve in whatever you're trying to do, and I'll see you in the next one.